Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Sam Wilson, Captain America, issue 23. And overall, I enjoyed this issue because it showed Sam kind of like how his operation works, what he's trying to do, and how he's trying to help the other kind of heroes of the Resistance. So it opens up kind of recapping everything, of course, for like a page or two again, and then we kind of see Sam going into like his underground thing, having a Snickers bar for one of the Inhuman girls and all of that, and having AI Tony being the one that's kind of following because in the last issue it looked like Beast or some kind of weird dude. It's like, well, evidently AI Tony can have a corporeal form now and wear clothes and wear Iron Man suits. So that thing. It's just, it was really weird and kind of out of nowhere. I mean, they were kind of building up to it in the Invincible Iron Man, but we didn't get to that point yet. So it's like, okay, that's big news. Because I thought that was like Tony's like hibernating body or something. He was like doing some kind of weird stuff, but it's just the AI Tony. I'm like, okay, it just needed to be more clearly presented than what it was. Because it didn't look like Tony in the last issue, in my opinion. I'm like, that's weird. But we got a better kind of look for Tony in this one, and he's more kind of presented and more of a character, so it works a lot better in this issue. So, of course, as Sam's talking to them and the kids, this other group comes up like, we paid money, when are you taking us out? It's like, don't worry, we've got this. So we find out that they're in Montana, and there's like a part of the subway from New York there, and that one of the groups had found like a portal and saw sucked in. They even had Doctor Strange kind of like trying to figure it out, but that's what Sam had been using to get people to Montana and up the border to Canada. And of course, they're using the line and trying to like pretty much get them to where they need to go, and they run into Mole Man, and a fight ensues, but while this is going on, we see that they're being followed by dreadnoughts being captained by the Kraken, who's like, observe for the moment. And we find out that Sam has a kind of working condition with the Mole Man to pay the toll to get people to where they need to go. So, of course, at around this time, the dreadnoughts show up, and that fight ensues, and they're able to bring down the cave like roof on top of them to like stop them because they're similar to sentinels and adapt to attacks. And of course, this pisses off Mole Man, and he's like, all right, I like the kind of seasons that you gave me because it's like Blu-rays and all that stuff. He's like, I like this. I'm not going to kill you. You're all banished. And it's like, crap. How's Sam going to get the people to Canada and all that? And of course, they're able to get out. Misty brings in a Quinjet and all that. And don't worry, we'll figure it out. He's like, well, I'm just going to get you guys to Brazil, and that'll be that. And Tony's like, well, I might have fudged it a little bit. We got to see an old acquaintance. And we see, I don't know who it is. It looks like a dude with kind of like part Ultron, part Iron Man kind of stuff. It wasn't really clear to me. I was like, okay. Now, granted, I might not be familiar with the character, so it'll be interesting to see how it works into what these Avengers are trying to do. Because Sam kind of wants to be out of it and just help people. And he's like, this shit follows you guys everywhere you go. And it's like, but Sam, you fought these big things before. Granted, it's hard to trying to reconcile that your best friend's doing all this stuff, and it's like, well, there could be other things, because these guys are mainly trying to find the Cosmic Cube to write everything, so we'll kind of have to see what goes on with that, even see if this is the real Steve, because I've seen that in the Secret Empire that there's another Steve Rogers that's introduced. This could be an alternate universe of Steve Rogers or whatnot, which begs the question, because we had old Steve before Secret Wars going on and all that kind of stuff with like the reality bending and everything. So we'll kind of have to see where that goes and what this other Steve will introduce for Sam and all that, because I like that we're kind of building a Sam who's going up to like, you know what, I'm going to tell some people no, because this is what I believe is right, and I don't think you guys know what's right or know what you're doing, because we've seen that the heroes have been handled to be acting more stupidly, and I don't have a problem with flawed heroes, but when you just amplify the flaws to like an unbelievable degree, to be honest with you, like in Civil War II and all that, it just begs the question. It's like, I'm not even reading heroes anymore. Hopefully we start getting back into the ground of like heroes being heroic and doing heroic things. Like Sam. Granted, he's had really shitty situations, but he's been acting a hero, even if it's in this like smaller capacity of just helping people survive and showing what it means to be Captain America, doing that way and recognizing the people he can help and using his strength to help those people. So that's what I hope kind of like continues going forward, and him recognizing that he does have strength and power that needs to be used on this scale to fight this evil in a more direct way, and while still trying to help those who can't help themselves. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.